Nikhil, firstly, thank you for giving me time. Was this by any chance planned that two releases back to back?
Do you think it would be planned? Come on, yeah. Which production company, which director would plan to have two releases?
So how did this happen?
People from Salman production company, and they took a decision that it needs to, being a newcomer's film, it needs to ride on the success of Bajrangi, and Bajrangi should be the first home production from Salman's own company. It was strategy. At one point I was just praying to God it would not come on the same day as Katti Batti.
Okay, at least you have a week's gap.
Yeah.
You know, you have two releases back to back. Is there more pressure when you're working with star kids?
Honestly, it would have been if I was the producer of the film, if I had decided that I want to make hero or remake hero.
Okay.
I didn't. Like I've said earlier, I was possibly the fourth phone call, in the sense Salman called up Subhash Ghai first, said I want to make hero, then called Suraj, he said I want to make you a hero, called up Atiya, said I want you to be his heroine, and then called me up to direct it, right? So I think that a lot of the pressure that would normally be resting on my shoulder has been shared by Salman.
Are there advantages or disadvantages to have a producer like that who's so involved with the project?
I think it's always an advantage.
You know, we've been reading in all the papers that Salman and Amir have been sitting on your edits, and like you said, you take inputs from everyone. Are there inputs, because they're such different personalities and they do different kind of cinema, are there inputs different?
No, surprisingly, it's very similar in the sense that, I mean, the only input that was given me by both was that that let's try and make it as crystal clear as possible.
We saw Amir Khan walking out completely teary-eyed. He didn't tell us anything, but is it, you know, when you're sitting out and Amir is sitting inside and watching a film, does that also add some pressure?
Of course, but it's not a question of Amir sitting out there. Rohit, if you're sitting inside and watching, my ear will be stuck to the door to see whether you are reacting at the correct time.
You work with Shah Rukh as well. How's his working style different?
So with Shah Rukh, I mean, Shah Rukh read the first 3 pages. He read 3 pages of Kalona. He read the first page, the interval page, and the last page. And he said, I'm doing the film.
Okay.
He had already pre-decided he was doing the film.
Right.
And it's not, so Shah Rukh saw Kalona Ho when the rest of the world saw Kalona. It's not as if that he ever came and sat on the edit.
You know, lastly, before we go, you know, Nikhil, these are new times, these are different times where every week you hear Bahubali made 300 crore, Bajrangi made 100, 200, 300 crore. Does this add pressure on all the directors, just including you, to reach a number like that? Does it cross your mind that?
Well, I would be lying to say that it does not cross my mind. But I think that if that is the intent with which you started making the film, then I think that you're doing injustice to the film itself.